What's good, YouTube? So today I'm bringing you my Branded Dragoon deck. I'm going to show you a quick combo, a few combos actually. One just showing you how easy it is for the Branded deck to bring out Dragoon. Honestly, coming back into the game after being gone for so long, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is honestly one of the coolest cards. In regards to artwork, I've seen, and plus the effect is honestly really cool. So whenever I can play a deck that can utilize him or make him like my virtual world deck, I definitely throw him in. So I figured obviously Branded is probably one of the best fusion decks ever created. Definitely gonna add in the package. Especially my Branded deck is a budget deck. I do not run any of the Bystial cards. For now, I feel like they're just not worth the investment. I don't really play Branded as a main deck. Spending the $60 for the Lubellions is honestly just not ideal. Really not worth the investment in TCG, considering Branded is barely a rogue deck at the moment. But it also does a lot of fun things. So I have the Nadir package and also a mini Dragoon package in it, which makes the deck really fun. Obviously not the most competitive, but again, a lot of my stuff is very beginner friendly and not really meant obviously to be played at like regionals or YCSs. I'm kind of leaning towards more the people trying to come back into the game, people trying to play casual, people just trying to have fun at locals. So if that is you, then definitely stick around. I'm going to show you how to summon Dragoon with Branded. So to begin the combo, we either need one of our best one card starters, a Luber, or Springen's Kit. They pretty much do the same thing. Only thing is Springen's Kit can get you Branded Fusion, but we have to put a card back into the deck. So we're going to pretend obviously that we get a Luber or even Branded Fusion. We do have one of. I do feel like Branded Fusion is going to be coming back off of the ban list. Either this next list or the one after. So definitely get your copies now while they are still cheap. So we're going to go ahead, go straight into the combo. We're going to go ahead and normal summon our Luber. A Luber is going to go ahead and grab us our Branded Fusion from our deck to our hand. From here we can go ahead, activate Branded Fusion. That's going to go ahead and send our Dark Magician and our Fallen of Albaz. If you guys are interested in this deck or any deck that I have with Dragoon, I'm definitely going to be upgrading the Dark Magician, by the way. This is just a Dark Magician I had, a really ugly artwork, 25-cent card. But I do want the original purple one for sure. So anyways, Branded Fusion is going to go ahead, send Fallen of Albaz and Dark Magician to the graveyard from the deck to go ahead and special summon our Lubellion, the Syrian Dragon. Then Lubellion can go ahead and activate on summon. Setting one of our 4 blanks. I just had random hand traps. I don't really play hand traps in my Branded deck just because the deck is pretty much all gas, no breaks. Not really much room for going second cards, but one card for sure we did have cross as designated because we do not get Ash. We're going to go ahead, discard one of our cards for Lubellion's effect. Then Lubellion's going to go ahead and send Dark Magician and Fallen of Albaz. This is a Dragon. This is a Dark Magician. You could also send your Lubellion if you wanted, but I prefer to just keep him on the field just because he has a 3K defense, so why not? We're going to go ahead and put our Fallen of Albaz and Dark Magician back into our decks. Unfortunately, they are bricks, so I can see why you'd want to get rid of this and keep one of your bricks there. We're going to go into our Man of the Hour, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. He gets special summon. We still have 3 cards in hand, so we definitely have a card for Red Eyes Dark Dragoon to discard, so we have an Omni Negate. So that's pretty much it. Very simple way to get Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Very beginner friendly as well. If you are definitely someone that is trying to get like a family member or a friend into the game, having like a very simplified, dumbed down version of Branded with like 3 Aluber, 3 kits, obviously only 1 Branded Fusion, and then a lot of the other cards, which pretty much just get you a Luber. Just creating cards like Lubellion, Mirrorjade as a boss monster, Grand Gano, Predaplant. Honestly, just very simplified kind of monsters. They can kind of show people like how to play the game without being too complicated. I mean, obviously some of these word boxes are pretty lengthy, but they're very, very easy to get into. Even Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, he's an Omni Negate, he pops, he does burn damage. Again, and then just having hand traps and stuff. Very beginner friendly deck. Honestly, it is one I recommend to a lot of people. Branded itself is honestly one of the most difficult decks when it's a full Branded deck, but a very simplified budget version of the deck. Again, very simple to use with these very linear lines. So again, this is how Branded can easily get Red Eyes Dark Dragoon on the field. So we have an Omni Negate, also a pop / burn damage, 3 other cards in hand, and then 2 other bodies on the field. So now I'm going to take it up one step further. Again, sticking with the beginner friendly budget version of Branded with the Dragoon Engine Splash Gen. So this will be if we had a Luber again, plus one of the Branded cards, one of the extenders, one of the Fusion Summon cards branded in red, which is a quick play spell that fusion summons any of your extra deck monsters. You just have to have a Despia monster or a Fallen of Albaz in your graveyard that needs to be added to your hand. So very similar to the last combo, we're going to go ahead and normal summon a Luber. A Luber is going to go ahead and grab us our Branded Fusion to our hand. From there, we can go ahead, activate Branded Fusion. That's going to send our Dark Magician and Fallen of Albaz to the graveyard from the deck to special summon our Lubellion. Again, very similar. From here is where it's different. We're gonna go ahead, chain link 1 Lubellion, chain link 2, since it's a quick play spell, go ahead and activate this. And this is where you can kind of teach your friends, your family members, whoever it is, someone coming back into the game, yourself, exactly what chaining is. So chain link 1, chain link 2. Since this is a quick play spell, you can chain block this to help dodge any possible hand traps like infinite permanence. So Branded Red can go ahead and add our Fallen of Albaz back to our hand. Then they can go ahead and fusion summon by banishing monsters from our hand, field, or graveyard. So we're gonna go ahead and banish our Fallen of Albaz plus our Lubellion. So we get him off the field. And that's gonna make one of Branded's, honestly, best monsters, our Mirrorjade. Special summon Mirrorjade. You can put him in a defense or attack. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I'll just go ahead and put him in attack. He has a 3k attack. And Lightning Storm isn't really a card nowadays. Then we can go ahead and resolve our Lubellion's effect. Even though he's off the field, his effect does get resolved. So then Lubellion's effect resolves by shuffling both Dark Magician and himself back into the deck. So him and him go back into the deck to create our Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So that's pretty much it. We're able to chain block, prevent our Lubellion from being targeted by hand traps such as infinite permanence. And then this time we have a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon and a Mirrorjade. So now we have a Omni Negate /pop /burn. Since he was used with a normal monster Dark Magician, during our main phase, every turn we're going to be able to pop one of our opponent's monsters, and it also does burn damage. So we get to destroy one of their monsters, and say they had a Mirrorjade, who would go ahead, pop the Mirrorjade, and then they lose 3,000 life points because Mirrorjade's attack is 3,000. Obviously, if they had an Aluber, we'd pop their Aluber and they lose 1,800 life points. And then Mirrorjade, again, one of the strongest boss monsters ever created. Such an amazing card. Ever since it came out in the structure deck, it's honestly been one of my favorite extra deck monsters. Very simple. He sends one card from your extra deck that mentions Fallen of Albaz to the graveyard, and you can go ahead and banish one monster on the field. Then if you use that effect, you cannot use it the next turn. So if you use it on your opponent's turn, you can't use it on your turn. If you use it on your turn, you can't use it on your opponent's turn. But then one of my favorite effects, I just love blowout cards. If Mirrorjade ends up leaving the field because of one of your opponent's cards, you can go ahead and destroy all monsters your opponent controls during the end of this turn. So if he leaves the field, he can go ahead and nuke your opponent's field. So pretty crazy because he nukes all your opponent's monsters if they somehow get him off the field. So if he stays on the field, he can banish their cards. If they get him off the field, pretty much all of their monsters get destroyed. So again, really cool. And obviously the Omni Negate with Dragoon. So pretty cool board. Honestly, very beginner friendly again, and very simple linear line. And you're able to use two of the best monsters I feel ever created. And you still have 3 other cards in hand, which hopefully maybe at least one is a hand trap. So that's 3 interruptions, 1 to discard for Dragoon, and then even 1 maybe you could have extended even further. But that's pretty much it for the Dragoon, very linear, beginner-friendly combo lines. If you guys want to see some more intricate lines using the other branded cards like Granganol, she can definitely do some crazy stuff. Even like Blazing Cartesia, the other fusion summon cards, let me know and make some more complicated lines. Even the budget version without the Bystials and Lubellions can do some pretty crazy boards. So if that's something you guys are interested in and you guys want to see more of this budget branded Dragoon deck, leave me a comment. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe as well. Trying to get to 1,000, so it really helps out, honestly, if you guys aren't subscribed. If you can, please hit the subscribe button. But I think that's all I got for you guys today. I'll catch you guys in the next video.